Most people watched Breaking Bad and thought it was about drugs, money, power. They were wrong. It's a step-by-step, cynical textbook of destructive manipulation. And the scariest part isn't that Walter was making a blue crystal. The scariest part is that his techniques aren't used by drug lords. They're used by your boss, your partner, someone close to you, possibly right now. Today, we'll examine Walter White's 5 techniques one by one, and the 5th is the one that literally burned out the lives of everyone around him. Stay until the end. Remember the first episode. Walter White, 50 years old, chemistry teacher, beggar's salary, cancer, shaking hands, ridiculous jacket.
Chat.
Car wash on weekends for $50. A man with a PhD in chemistry for $50.
Hey, Mr. White. Make those tires shine, huh?
Oh my God.
He wasn't born a genius of manipulation. He became one, step by step, mistake by mistake. Each victim was a psychological lab for him. He tested people, looked for vulnerabilities, memorized what worked. And in his entire arsenal, there was one technique. One that even the smart Gustavo Fring couldn't recognize. Again, and again, and again. We'll get to it. Let's start from the very beginning and the most harmless. The first tool is the strategic victim mode. In cognitive psychology, there's an iron rule. When we feel painfully sorry for someone, our brain turns off critical thinking. Automatically, without our consent.
I have cancer.
We switch to rescue mode and forgive the object of our pity everything. Walter turned his terrible diagnosis into an absolute emotional shield. As soon as Skyler asked an uncomfortable question, he immediately launched a pity attack.
Would you even consider? Jesus.
I have cancer. I'm dying. How dare you suspect me? This is called moral license. When a person believes or convinces others that they are doing bad things for a greater purpose, an antibiotic for the conscience, crimes become an excuse. I'm an unfortunate teacher who wants to protect my family. And this lie worked. Ask yourself, have you ever used personal pain as a shield from uncomfortable questions? The second level is classic gaslighting. It's a form of psychological abuse. The main goal is to make the victim doubt their memory and common sense.
No, you know what? Congratulations to you, Skyler. Great job. What is this? What do I have to do? I'm trying to talk to you, and you...
Walter White is a grand master of this technique. When Skyler found additional evidence of his double life, he didn't deny it, he attacked. He looked her in the eyes and translated one message.
What is it you want me to tell you? I don't know.
You're going
Not done
crazy.
here! Skyler! Do you know what I've done for this family?
You're paranoid. You're building conspiracy theories out of nothing. Result? The victim begins to doubt not the liar, but their own senses. Skyler's brain exploded from cognitive dissonance. Her intuition was telling her one thing. Her husband's ironclad certainty was telling her something completely different.
Is what this is. We are happily married. I am happily married. I am happy. I love you, Sky.
Gaslighting is so terrifying, it destroys a person's primary compass, the fundamental trust in one's own eyes, memory, and thoughts. And when this reference point is destroyed, a person clings to the only reality that remains, the one offered to them by the manipulator. And this is the very technique that Jesse couldn't recognize. Again and again. In psychology, It's called intermittent reinforcement. Walter was a master at playing on contrast. Today, he was destroying Jesse. You're a failure. You're nothing. Without me, you don't exist. Jesse was hitting rock bottom. But tomorrow, when he was expecting another blow, Walter would unexpectedly say softly, "Your product is perfect. I'm proud of you, Jesse."
Just not true. You're good at a lot of things, son. Like what?
Ernest, and what? What exactly do you do here? I cook. But from what I can tell, you are just a drug addict. You are a pathetic junkie.
Why is this almost addictive addiction? Because the brain is biologically designed like this. Predictable reward, stable dopamine. Chaotic, unpredictable reward, dopamine soars to the limit. Casinos work on the same principle, and social media, and toxic relationships. You never know when the jackpot will hit. That's why, keep going. Jesse had been throwing coins into that machine for years, desperate to earn a small bit of approval from the man who destroyed him.
At this point, the masks are off. Walter understood the simple truth. Pity is unreliable.
The good guy persona requires effort, but fear works without fail, instantly, predictably. This is where Heisenberg comes to the fore. This is no longer a psychological game. This is a direct, aggressive suppression of the will. He began to broadcast an open threat to everyone in his orbit: Skyler, Saul, Hank, Jesse. They obeyed, not because they agreed with his logic, but because they were physically, perniciously afraid of his wrath.
Both of us, stop trying to justify this whole thing and admit you're in danger.
Who are you talking to right now? I am not in danger, Skyler. I am the danger. A guy opens his door and gets shot. You think that of me? No. I am the one who knocks.
But this force has a fatal side effect. Authoritarian fear burns loyalty to the ground. The harder a tyrant presses, the more those around him wait for a moment of weakness, so they can stab them in the back at the first opportunity. Fear builds an empire, but he also buries her. And finally, the fifth technique. The one that most viewers simply don't notice. Artificial social isolation. In the psychology of control, there is a law. To completely control a person, you need to cut them off from all alternative sources of reality. From friends, from family, from those who could tell the truth, and become their only window to the world.
And you're his bodyguard, right? What? That's what you said.
I guarded him. Like backup. Like a second set of eyes. Everybody needs backup, right?
It has to be Jesse Pinkman. Why? What, is there something about you that I don't know? You didn't question this? Do you really believe that you mean anything to these people?
Walter did this methodically, like a surgeon. He turned Jesse against Mike. He doesn't trust you. Against Hank. He wants to lock you up. Against anyone who could open Jesse's eyes. And step by step, he led her to one thought. The whole world wishes you harm. Only I am on your side. When a person has no independent circle, the point of foothold disappears. They lose the ability to see reality from the outside and begin to look at the world through the eyes of their tormentor. This isolation led Jesse to a complete mental collapse and to slavery. But here's the main secret of Breaking Bad. Each of these 5 techniques works, but only in the short term. Yes, Walter White outplayed everyone, but the final act of his triumph was absolute ashes. Every time he gained tactical control, he lost trust. Every time he gained power, he lost his family. Every time he earned millions, he lost himself. Breaking Bad is not a success story of genius. It's a brutal demonstration of the price a person pays for trying to break others.